afternoon, guys. It's November 30th. Today is the month end. So let's start with pre-market note. So, so I was on vacation for almost 10 days now, right? So I'm coming back from the vacation. So it took a lot of time today to go through all the charts and put the notes, right? But month end today. So it is all about green month or red month today, right? So yes, Dow and Russell can have a red month, which is the case, right? They all had a red month now, right? Because monthly close was below monthly open. All they did was stayed little bit down, right? So now we had a first monthly candles after a while, right? A red candle in these three indexes. NQ, however, chances for red month in NQ are less, which is the true case today, right? NQ did not go down a lot, so it basically closed higher. So it's a green month for NQ. And then due to the month end and garbage range, you are allowed to trade either side intraday today. Both sides you are good to go. You can trade either side, but try to stick with levels across the board. That is the key, right? So these are the levels in ES: 77, 68, 56, 47, 34, 25, 08, 89, 79, 81 are important numbers to trade today. Okay, so this level was the first one, that price traded through back and forth. So this was the level to trade, right? And then apart from this, I gave you four key levels in Discord. So 47, actually 41, 47 and 41, 08, 89 and 20, right? So all of this level acted in a way. You just have to find the trade there. But I will explain what was going on when we go into the chart. NQ is the troublemaker for sellers and holds well for buyers due to FANG stocks. So shorting NQ is a hard thing to do unless there is a strong stair-step down move, right? Stair-step down move, which was the case later in the day, later in the morning, not of the open. So of the open, there were good levels, to go long in NQ if you wanted to. 350, 313, 294, 376, 400. Those were the levels we were talking in Discord that buyers are holding it, right? So on the way down, when you see out of those 5-6 levels, it's 3-4 are taken out, right? 3 or 4 levels. Then you know that now those buyers are trapped, and you can use that intel to short NQ. Russell, I did not even look at Russell a lot today, unless somebody told me that hey, it was at 2190 or so, somewhere around here. So that was a long that the guys took it in Discord. I was not watching Russell, and when it got here, I said it's good risk reward. It's good time to take a profit here, based on the reward perspective. And I think it's a good thing they build out at 07 and then Russell tank after that. It's a bold level. Dow, I did not look into price, but later on I saw it that it is red month. Gold did not bother to trade because we were busy in equities. So gold, eventually it came down to 72, I guess, somewhere into this area. So gold is gray area. It's a garbage thing. So it tried to defend 80, but now it is below it, right? Just because of Fed speaker speech today. So we'll see how gold goes going forward. And then it bounced from 80, and then it went all the way to 1810 or so, close to 20, but 10 points away. But then 1800 round number. So that was we discussed in Discord in the morning. 1800, 1820. So it went there and got rejection, and then now it came down to 72. So gold is still garbage. Crude was the good one to trade. Below 67, sellers had a full control. Even 75 below, they had a control, right? So breaks below strongly 67. These are the levels. So sellers will do everything in their power to keep the price below these levels, right? And the moment it goes below 67, you have to look for the lower levels here, as a target. So crude was a good shorts today. I did not trade it, but that was a good trade today in crudes. So Now let's go here. So of the open, so price open right into 2025 area, key area, right? So 25, 41, 47, 08, those were the full levels I said, right? So NNQ, I said it was spending time in pre-market between 294 and 313 dream numbers, right? So it was stuck between them, and then we had a VWAP also here, right? So we were watching it, right? And also of the open, I said to watch, and then take a trade later on. So I did not trade it here first 15 minutes, but we discussed two options. One can go short at 26 and one can go long at this area, this 16 at VWAP, 24-hour VWAP, because NQ was holding it here, so but stop has to be at 14, whatever the low, and then you can go long here. That's the one way to trade it, just relying on the VWAP, okay, because NQ was holding it. And another way is use this area, because say if price went higher above this area, so the easy way to understand this thing was, I explained in this call, was assume anytime price is above 2025, consider buyers are active. If it is below, consider sellers are active. That is the way to trade ES, right? Or assume the either side, above or below, and trade accordingly, and then watch NQ and then make a decision, so NQ had a 377, right? 313, 350, 400 were the levels. So I was watching all this thing in combination, right? So then when the price went higher, shoots higher with liquidation internals, the first thing was liquidation kind of internals, right? So supporting sellers. Then price gap right at yesterday's low, right? So BTFD buyers, so they bought it here, right? So but with this structure here, we are not supposed to go long here, then price went higher, right? And then it came down to VWAP. So now technically it went higher, right? And then it came down again. So technically sellers are there now since price is below 2025, right? But since it was able to break higher with this liquidation internals and there was a VWAP here, you can go long. That is what we discussed if someone wants to go long. Or you can wait for a short since it broke below it. So I waited for shorts because shorts were in line with my internals. Momentum was below zero line, right? But the only problem was NQ. So I have to wait for 26 to line up with NQ, which was 376 right here, right? So then I shorted it here. Then my target was lower, unless NQ stops at dream number or this VWAP, then I will bail out or scale, which is what I did here, So I did not take a long here, but I took a short. I scaled at 16 when NQ, was getting a rejection from VWAP, right? So I scaled it. Then here I bailed out at break even, and then price just took off, right? It's because NQ took off, right? So NQ goes, ES goes. That is what I typed. Then when NQ went higher above 376, I said 350 is the line and 375, right? So as long as price is holding above 350 in NQ and 375, buyers have a control. So it's not a good idea to short in ES, right? But at the same time, I typed a statement in Discord that if NQ goes below 375 and ES goes below 26, I will short. That is what I said. And then I waited, and then I waited, right? I did not do anything. I did not take a long here, even though I knew there is a stair stepping up, right? But this structure underneath was not supporting. Internals were still liquidation kind, and the way it happened, it was obvious that something is going on. It was not supposed to happen this way, the way NQ was leading, suddenly after having a strong, this down move before. So something was off, so the way it was going higher, I was just watching it, because all these things, initial price action told me that both parties are active. Only because of NQ, ES is not going down, right? And we had a divergence here also when price was going higher here. 41, 45 was 47 was important area also, right? Important level. So when price touched here, NQ touched yesterday's high, so obviously some rejection, right? So the rejection happened and then price came to 375. Here is, if you are looking for long, you can go long here, back to 400. And then price went above 400. This guy held 26 here, right? So here you can go long also if you want to. And then price went higher. At this time the expectation is price to take out this area and this area both, with AD moving higher, because the momentum was there. So it has to go higher, and then some Powell speech or whatever happened, right? Price came down again here. See, that was not a good sign, right? By that time when ES came to 26, NQ was already below 375, right? So remember my Discord statement, as I said, below 26 and NQ below 375, I would short. So that is where I shorted, right here. I waited here 2-3 minutes, and when price went below 350, that thing seals the deal, So I shorted right here when NQ was right here, and ES 26 here. So I shorted NQ at 346, ES as 26. I took profit at 334 here, at 205 right here. I took profit 140 point in NQ, one trade only. In ES I took a profit at 95 right here, so because at that time ES was at 95, right? And that's it. So, and then I had to go out, so I did not trade it, right? Actually, you know what, no, I took this one too actually. So then I went outside, after 11:30 at this much. This, when I took a profit at here, I went outside, so I did not trade it this. So but here first time I took a profit, right? So then when NQ bounced back up to yesterday's low, this is yesterday's low, 208. Yes, I typed in Discord that 98 is important, so does 89 right here. So it went through 89, but obviously I'm not going to short at 89 now because price already moved, right? So I waited, and then price went higher to 98 when ES and NQ touched yesterday's low. That was a good time to short, because internals were still liquidation kind, right? So this was a good short. See, yesterday's low and ES 98 Discord level. This one I typed it, right? 375 NQ, ES below 26. This is all we were discussing, whatever we discuss in Discord. So 98 short, and I was observing whether it comes to 89, what it does. I was managing this position, and then finally I bailed out at this low, and I call it a day off after that, so I did not trade it after that. I was outside, and I did some sim trading after that when I came back after 1 o'clock, so but ideally if you're done here, there should be no need to trade further in this garbage, because the Powell speech was going on, right? So this trade here later in the day, it was a good trade here, but it's not ideal setup. You have to find the trade here, or extract the trade. So second test of 98 area right here, NQ was also touching 208 area. So you have to just observe. So momentum was picking up here, right? So you're observing it, and price ideally should go higher then, right? But instead it came down and make a new momentum here, minus 600. So that is telling you that now sellers are still not done yet, and then it started balancing here, see, right here, and momentum was here, right here. If you look at it, it was holding below zero line. This was a short right there, and then profit wherever you want to take it. But that's how the day ended today, So for rest of the information, we have to wait till overnight and tomorrow, and I'll put some notes into closing remark, and that be all for today. I hope you guys had a good day.